The shipping backlog is adding fuel to an existing problem in the Los Angeles area, poor air quality. But as Ginger Zee reports in this week's It's Not Too Late, local organizations are stepping up to help.
Hi, I'm Ginger Zee, and it's not too late. Okay, so welcome to the port of Long Beach, where you can at least see it. And yes, all of those ships, part of that backlog disaster that you've been hearing so much about.
The major backlog of container ships at the ports of LA and Long Beach.
The traffic jam on the high seas could be delaying your packages.
Shipments are stuck at ports in California.
For you or me, this is a backlog of goods, maybe a delayed couch or something as important as a wheelchair. But at the same time, for the folks who live around this port, it means sickening haze.
Yes, you can smell this. You feel it.
Farrell Golden and John Cross have lived in West Long Beach, the neighborhood that borders the port, for most of their lives.
West Long Beach area has been known since the mid-2005, 6, 7 as a diesel death zone.
The Diesel Death Zone, or Asthma Alley as it's sometimes called, surrounded by impure air.
We got a 710 freeway which handles thousands and thousands of trucks to the east of us. To the north of us, we got the 405 freeway which has trucks on it. To the west, we got rail yards, freeways, and refineries. And to the south, we got the port.
We can't take any more pollution.
They can't take any more. Yet in the last year, more ships means more trucks, more trains, and more pollution.
In the last year, with the surge of more container ships, have you noticed a difference?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
You can turn around and clean your car, and after a couple of days, it's covered with black soot.
John wasn't exaggerating. We drove into the neighborhood and did our own unscientific test on a car. Some of these neighborhoods, people will wake up and they will actually have soot on their car. In neighborhoods like this, the Long Beach Alliance for Children with Asthma report that they have a higher asthma rate among residents than anywhere else in California. There's a direct correlation between air pollution and asthma.
Yes, there is. But that large body of evidence shows that diesel pollution and children's lungs don't mix. Children in particular, because their lungs are still developing. Even before this particular image, there was already an overwhelming amount of diesel pollution in our community.
The Port of Los Angeles is the busiest port in all the United States, with the Port of Long Beach not far behind. Roughly 40% of America's cargo comes through these ports.
The average number of container ships at the ports of Long Beach and LA, 16. Right now, more than 110. You can see so many of them stacked up. They wait for weeks at a time sometimes, and you can see the heavy line of smog and haze sitting right over where people live.
People are having to breathe in this stuff so that other people across the country can get cheap TVs. That's not fair.
Hector De La Torre is a member of the California Air Resources Board, or CARB. It's a state agency that regulates air quality. A study that they did back in March shows the increase in port traffic was equivalent to the nitrogen oxide emissions of nearly 6 million cars. And that was before the latest surge.
Is it 1-to-1 where more container ship means more emissions, more haze, more smog?
It does in a lot of ways, meaning it isn't just the ships, right? Once they get here, then all of these containers end up on a truck or on a train that pollute the communities as well. So there is a whole movement of pollution, not just offshore, but it comes onshore and then through our communities.
But you can't control how a ship filters or doesn't filter.
No, because there is no international body that regulates them. We can control them when they're right here.
California's air quality rules are about as tight as they come. The Air Resources Board makes ships that are near the California shore plug in to local power so that they can turn off the diesel engines, reducing emissions.
70% of the toxic effect of air pollution comes from diesel. We have to reduce that. What we want to do going forward is to change how we do goods movement to make it zero emission. The ships, when they're here, the trucks, when they're on the road, be zero emission, meaning either battery electric or hydrogen fuel cell.
Not only will zero-emission ships and vehicles be good for the health of the port neighbors, but it's benefiting all of us. Think about it. Less idling trucks and ships means less carbon dioxide warming the planet.
And this isn't science fiction. In November, the first fully autonomous electric cargo ship was unveiled in Norway. The ship has as many batteries as 100 Tesla cars and prevents as much as 678 tons of carbon dioxide a year from entering the atmosphere. Vessels like this are sorely needed. The global shipping industry emitted more than 1 billion tons of carbon dioxide in 2018. Unfortunately, the electric ship in Norway is only good for short trips. It isn't ready to make long-haul crossings. Until then, California ports can begin to tackle the problem by making other vehicles zero-emission.
We're on it. Just this last budget, the California legislature approved $2.3 billion for zero-emission heavy-duty vehicles in California.
Wow.
$2.3 billion. That's bigger than some states' budgets. And we are putting that into this because we want to drive the market to switch over.
For now, the ports are asking ships to idle farther offshore to help reduce air pollution right along the coastline. They're going to push them to 150 miles away and then call them and have them come in. The people here say that probably won't be enough. It's going to end up being about congestion, about volume. That will have to change. And then it won't be too late.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.